Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Prospector Radio. We want to thank you for tuning in. It's actually August 1st today, and we're live like always. And joining me tonight, I got the best crew ever. First off, we got Miss Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Hey, everyone.
What's happening?
Well, you know, it's Wednesday.
It is.
It's almost the weekend.
It is. This is the halfway point, right? Finally.
Oh, yeah.
Finally. We get over the hump and go into Thursday. Man, so
yeah, I've been really busy.
Mm-hmm.
My hand is healing nicely from cutting myself on my dredge.
Oh, good. So you're healing up?
Yeah, I don't have to wear a Band-Aid today, so...
Well, that's a good thing. So,
yes.
How's it look?
Looks good. Took care of it, kept it clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important out there.
Yeah, when you cut it out in that old creek water, right?
Well, I cut it, and then I fell in the water, and then I fell on the dirt and the rocks.
You were just making sure you packed it full of all kinds of good stuff.
I was making sure.
Uh-huh. Nice,
but you know, we got a lot of gold, so it was totally worth it.
It was worth it. Then you're right. You'll take one for the team, won't you?
Yes.
One little injury to get that gold. Nothing wrong with that. And
I'm earning my scars.
Yeah. See, you'll have that scar there and remember it forever. You'll remember the day it happened, won't you?
Just like the one on my arm when I was going through the Herkimer diamond mine.
Mm-hmm.
When I fell.
Oh, okay. See, so you got some battle scars.
I think I'm just clumsy this year.
Who knows why? Oh no, Scott just turned video on. Scott!
What is he doing?
I don't know, he's sitting there without a shirt on. Can't hear him. Turn the video off.
You guys just sitting around without a shirt on.
Yeah, I thought Dennis was here for a minute. Jeez, we.
Oh, Scott, are you going to sing Happy Birthday?
Happy birthday. No, it was
yes,
something come up on Skype that said block or allow, and I'm like, I've played this game before, and it freezes everything up. You push block, so I just pushed allow. I didn't know it meant for the camera to come on.
Oh yeah, turned on your webcam. It was like, gee, thanks. I felt like Dennis was doing his birthday dance. It was like, oh
my gosh.
So how else is everything going, Kathleen? How's the koi?
Koi's doing great. The weather's been really tolerable, so that's good.
Right. Yeah, it's been humid and looked like it was going to rain every day this week, but I don't know. Weird. Haven't gotten none. You know. You guys.
It's gray, Ohio.
Yeah, it's gray.
Everything's gray.
It's been gray. Yeah, that's the word for it. It's been gray.
That's one of the state colors, gray.
Yeah, you're right. And our
scarlet and gray.
And what's our gemstone? Flint. Yeah.
Flint.
Gray skies and Flint. Woo! Welcome to Ohio. My favorite place to be. Yeah.
Well, at least you can find Arrowhead.
Speaking of gemstones, some of my stories include gemstones.
Oh.
So, be a gemstone night.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that fit right in then. Got anything
It did. That's so weird.
Got anything on Flint in there?
No Flint. Sorry.
Darn. I still can't go. How do they call that a gem? Do they call that our gemstone of Ohio? Flint?
Yes, that is what it's called. God. And you can find an abundance of it.
Yeah, you can.
Everywhere.
But you know what? In spite of it just being Flint, I still collect it and pick it up. I don't know why.
It's cool. And
it is.
Colors.
I mean, Jesse sent me
there's
some.
There's big chunks of it.
There
in some places.
I don't know. It's just odd. It's Flint. It's not a gemstone. You got a Flint ring? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but how about a Flint arrowhead?
Well, yeah, that's different. Well, that's not it. I'm not going to shoot gemstones out of a bow, so that's why I said it.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of it just kind of doesn't jive with me. You know.
Whoa, wait a minute. What about the diamonds on saw blades?
True.
So there you go.
You got a good point there. Okay, you're right. But it's a diamond at least.
Yeah, but that's diamond dust.
Yeah, but at least it's
Still
diamond.
diamonds.
It is diamonds, though, still.
Well, those are all the times they never could sell.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just weird. So you going out this weekend, Kathleen? Going to do any digging?
No, actually, got to do things around the house. Kids are getting ready to start school.
Mm-hmm.
School clothes because we're procrastinators. And
Gotcha.
school supplies. And yeah, so we got lots to do here.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, you got to always get those things done like that. Those are important.
And then there were 4. So we have, instead of 5 now, we've got 4.
You got 4. Nice. Yep. It's
the oldest one is in college.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I guess you can count that.
Yeah. Yeah, you still got to count.
She does still come home and do her laundry and get food every now and then.
Yes, you still got to count that one too. Then still 5. Darn. So you think, but no, not yet. Too soon. And that's okay.
Every time she comes back, you go, "Why? I thought you were in school."
I thought you moved to the dorm or something.
Right?
Why are you here?
I miss her though.
Of course you do.
And goodness! You know, we're gonna be moving out to Arizona in 2 years, and it's gonna go by quicker than we think.
Oh, it's gonna. I mean, think about it. We're going into August already. Next thing you know, it's going to be fall, and then you know what's coming after that. And here we go into another year
and,
again.
You know, the kids one right after another graduating.
Yeah, so it goes quick. I mean, I'm telling you, the years just seem to fly by.
In 2 years, I get some hangout buddies. Woohoo!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that'll be pretty cool, right, Scott? You have the Biffles down there with you to hang out with.
Heck yeah.
That'll be awesome.
We're thinking about moving to top of the world, Arizona.
Top of the world, Arizona.
I'll tell you what. Since I've lived here, I wouldn't trade it for anywhere else right now that I can think of.
Well, that's cool.
Top of the world?
Yeah, everything here is nice, neat. Everything's laid out pretty good. You know, you can dig gold left, right, north, south. It doesn't matter. You know, it's all around. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Let's hope, you know, things stay that way.
Right.
You know?
They're going to continue hot.
Yeah, it's going to stay hot.
You're hearing things now about, the Amber thing in Idaho and all of that. So
yeah, but Arizona's real liberal with the mining thing because there's
always have been, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that still make their money, just like I did until this year, but usually try to make my half year's wages and just finding gold. So, and there's guys that actually find a year's wages in finding gold, but they do a lot more with a lot more equipment too. You know,
and when I was looking for stories for the news, and that would come up a lot, it's actually, you know, starting to make some of the local papers and the commentary I'm hearing I don't like, and I don't know if I don't have filters on my Google, but it's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to find legit stories.
Oh wow!
Because of all of the different. I mean, to pick out what is right, you know, what isn't going this way or that way. I just want to report, like, what's happening, and that's hard to do out there.
Oh, I bet.
Well, you got to remember, though, we're also having another election, so to speak, coming up. So,
yeah.
And that's one of the things about Arizona, too, is because a lot of people that come here and a lot of people that live here, they pay close attention to their own personal state's election prior to any other election. You know, you
have to, because you got to start things.
Yeah, you have to start with your state first before you can start with everybody else later. That's it.
Well, cool. Well, you do have your news tonight, right?
I do.
Awesome. And then we're going to have some fun facts. And
there's fun facts and local events of interest.
Oh, nice. Can't wait.
That Shad will do.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. And I want to thank you for being here, Kathleen, as always. We appreciate it.
Great to be here.
Awesome. Also joining us tonight, we got the other half of the Biffles back there. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. What's happening, Shad?
Not too much, really.
Not too much.
You know, just enjoying my West Coast Wednesday.
There you go.
Happy to be here.
Good to have you here. Now, Aren't you guys doing something tonight? The Wandering Buffalo's doing something tonight.
Yeah, we put our little bag. We had our patron giveaway, and we just do the drawing for that. But we decided let's make a bag and throw some gold and donate it to the show on Wednesday to give away to one of our listeners tonight.
Oh, well, that's
wow.
Cool.
So yeah, you're gonna have to work for this.
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
though.
you do. It's our special concoction.
Oh, it's a special mix.
Yeah, there's some mix of some unsearched stuff with, quite a bit of just solid black sands, and then well over a gram of gold. I think.
Wow.
Is what we
But it's a gram of gold.
You know the black sand that you get from the water table?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of mixed it in with the sand.
It'll be fun though.
We'll call it the Wandering Buffalo's oh my gosh bag.
Yep.
There's a little over a gram of gold
That's
in
cool,
there,
though.
so.
Wow. So
But have fun finding it because we got some little gold here in Ohio.
Yeah, we got some small gold, but we got some nice little chunkies in there too. But it's all stuff we found just this last month in July.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Awesome.
well, that's cool.
yeah, we figured why not? Let's give some gold away on Wednesday tonight.
Well, that's pretty
For
awesome.
those West Coasters who want to try to pan out some little teeny gold.
Awesome. See?
Now you got to remember, we got little teeny gold out here too.
Oh,
What- yeah,
whatever.
Okay, we're like, oh my gosh, look at all these pickers, Jimbo, and he goes, man, that's fine gold. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's an Ohio picker.
Oh, that's
Little
great.
Picker is a nugget here in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly. Man, well, that's cool. That's going to be awesome. So, some lucky listener's going to win that tonight, huh?
That's right.
Very cool.
Cool.
Courtesy of the Wandering Buffaloes. That is awesome, you guys. Man, thank you. I'm thanking you for all the listeners because that's really cool. So, what else is going on this week? Shad, anything good, brother?
Well, I wouldn't say not good, just not a lot of exciting things this week. But,
Right.
we still got to clean up our gold from our last trip we did on the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So Kathleen needs to get on that water table and get separating that gold.
I hurt
Yeah.
my
Oh,
hand.
she's wounded. She's got to heal
My
up
right
first.
hand.
Now you worked all day with it. You can work a paintbrush.
Man.
Thank you, Swiftwater.
Dr. Swiftwater, obviously.
What is it? My old lady said, "Oh, you got to rally up."
Oh, there you go. Man, well, is that...
So we got some of that to go through, and
Okay.
we'll probably, as we have to take care of some stuff, though, maybe do some maintenance on some of our gear, so and just get it ready for next trip.
For the
and,
next trip, right? Mm-hmm.
of course, North Carolina Crony Club outings on our mind.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it's next month.
Yeah, it's gonna come a lot quicker.
Wow.
So
I wished I
especially
could go to that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
It's next month, yeah.
I just got anxious.
You know what? I wish I could go to that, man.
You can. Just,
Well, if Razor from Alaska is going,
I know,
why
right?
can't you, Scott?
I know
Yeah,
I can't. I can't get away, and you guys know why. But man, it's jonesing me.
yeah, it would be fun if you was
Don't
there.
worry, we'll take pictures and videos and
Right.
And
make sure we give you a shout out.
Shad will superimpose your image into some of the pictures, so you'll feel
Oh,
like you was
boy.
there.
That's hilarious.
Do not pass go. Do
Though,
not
of
collect
course,
$200.
I forget how tall you really are in relation to everyone, so you may be really short in those pictures. I don't know.
That's funny. I'm not that short.
I like it. I like it, Shad. You have to do that, Shad. That way Scott will feel like he was there with us. Mm-hmm. And what did we say earlier? Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
He's experimented with that green screen, and let me tell you, it's amazing what he can do.
Oh, you got to do some stuff with that, Shad.
Actually, we don't really wander. We're just like in front of a green screen.
Yeah, in the koi pond.
And we're actually in the koi pond.
Oh, I love it. You should do that one time. That would be great.
No.
I would like to see that. Mm-hmm. Yes,
It's
definitely.
hilarious.
Definitely. That's cool, Shad. So, I know you got your usual stuff for us, your metal prices, your birthdays, all that good jazz.
Scott gonna sing?
I don't know. You gonna sing, Scott?
Scott.
Without the
What?
video?
Happy birthday.
Not yet, though.
Okay.
Not till you're cued.
I'll tell you.
And don't be laughing. Dennis does a really good
Yeah,
job.
he
Yeah.
is so serious and puts his heart and soul into it.
Every week.
but
So we expect the same from you. He does
sorry.
it like sometimes twice a week, man.
He,
So.
he's a different kind of bird, though. He likes to sound like Marilyn Monroe. I'm not
Yeah.
going that far.
Just sing it your way, Scott.
It's gonna be all jazzy
Mm-hmm.
and lounge singer like.
Lounge singer.
Do lounge singer.
Can you do
All
it?
right. Well, I'll get to our market prices now
All right.
for our precious metals.
Okay.
Today was a rough day for gold. It fell $7,
Ooh.
closing at 1,217.
Okay.
Now, a lot of this, I guess, is some word going on with the U.S. Federal Reserve and stuff, and the investors and everybody was a little uneasy of what's coming. So I guess that was a big cause of this drop.
Uh-huh.
Silver, I'm sorry to say, Tim, fell 10 cents.
Ah.
But it's still at $15.38, so bye.
Okay.
Platinum, that one took a steep dive, falling $19, closing at $818.
That is a steep dive.
Yeah, and it was almost well over 1,000 a couple months ago, so
Mhm.
that one hasn't really recovered either. Palladium down $14, closing at $917. And Michael Shelby every week keeps posting rhodium at $23.50. So there you go, Michael Shelby.
What is rhodium?
I figured I'll give it a shout out this time.
Believe it or not, all the markets was kind of bearish today, actually.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
but that's your metal prices. So we'll see.
All right.
I mean, things could turn around.
Yeah.
Never know.
Oh, yeah. You never know. All right. Scott, you singing?
Are you ready?
You ready, Shad?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whoever. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Hey, that's pretty good, Scott.
Yeah, don't ever do that again.
I was waiting for it. The backlash. The backlash.
Well, thank you, Scott, though. It's August 1st, and today is Bob. It's your birthday. Carl Waddell, Cotton Patch Gold Mine, Dan Reese, Dave Strutt, Dennis Schmidt, Jennifer Bristol, Joe Johns, Mark Thurkelson, Natox, Sandy M.M., Siva Irvine, The Mrs., Tony L., and tomorrow we have Brian Calhoun, Brian Gentle, Garrett Romaine, James Conover, Joe, and Rod Broom. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Very cool.
And may all your birthdays be golden. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Shad, great job, brother. Thank you, Shad. Now, Shad, we got to mention the shirts. I think we forgot, right?
That's right. My bad. Since
okay.
our little buddy Dennis is working tonight and can't be on the show. Don't forget, for anybody attending the Cronies Club outing, we have some T-shirts that are going to be made and available for you. Trying to raise money for next year because we want to have the outing out west. So that's going to take quite a bit to arrange and get everything there so we can have a great time next year. But it's a special design to just highlight this year's Cronies Club outing. So, of course, that'll be $20. You'll just have to message one of us your size and how many shirts you want. But if you can't join and still want a shirt, because they are going to be cool little shirts, Cronies Club, feel free, let us know, and we'll make sure you can get one too. But I think Dennis wants to put the order in the next couple weeks, so time's a ticking.
Yep, because the outing's next month. So, Okay, get them orders in. Good job, Shad. And we still got 3 spots available. So
Still got 3?
3. Let's get them filled.
Yeah, because somebody canceled out, right? Or
yeah,
something like
somebody
that.
canceled. Yeah.
Well, sometimes things happen. So.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. So let's get them filled up so we can get things moving along.
And Kathleen, aren't you? You're doing back-to-back closer looks, right? One coming up.
I am going to do one coming up on Sunday because Kevin Hoagland is coming on the show just for a bit to talk about things that he needs to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do it after that. So, but what I'm going to do is do a special edition. I already did the North Carolina one, right?
Right.
For the Carolina Gold Rush, but it's basically going to be a repeat if you didn't catch it. So, and then I'm going to add a little bit more to it. So that's what Sunday is going to be.
Cool. Yep. Kevin will be.
You know what's really funny? Kevin lives so close to me, and I never see him out anywhere.
He's like a ninja.
He is ninja.
I know. I mean, not even like digging gold or anything like. I never have seen him out digging, which I know he does. You know, he does his thing. But I've never seen him out digging gold or coming to the same place, which he's probably thinking, "Oh, thank God." But
that's the way.
I have never seen him yet. He's like an elusive ghost.
He is. He's like Kathleen said, a ninja. Ninja Hoagland. So, Ninja Hoagland will be here Sunday night for a little bit. I think he's going to be talking about the new 50th anniversary mining guide or something. I think so.
Dude, I can't wait for that. Actually, it's going to be cool. They
put
a lot of work into it.
Well, we shall see. Come Sunday, be sure to tune in. I don't know. You gonna join us Sunday night, Scott?
You know what? He put me on the line because I think I want to. I don't have anything planned.
All right.
And so
now you do.
Now you do.
Well,
you can come and join us Sunday night and fill in for Rich. So.
Or are we plan B?
What's that?
Oh, wow. We may be plan C or D. I don't know. I'm insulted now.
Yeah, definitely.
Funny.
All right, well, Shad, thank you, buddy, for being here. Appreciate it, and just want to thank you. Also joining us tonight, we got our West Coast connection, Mr. Scott Swiftwater Toney. What's happening, Scott?
Well, I'm still out here in the sunshine, burning up as usual, because, it is Arizona, and it's hot. But I do got some good news that I want to shout out to everybody. If anybody and everybody was listening to last Sunday's show, we had the infamous Shannon Poe on there, and which is a great speaker and really is adamant about what he does and stands behind it. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of adamant about what he does and the group AMRA and what they stand for. And I posted for probably about the last year and a half, because I'm a member of AMRA, and I posted pretty good about them and stuff like that. And I always try to get people to come on board with AMRA. I've took a couple of donations here and there from local businesses actually in Arizona, and they actually joined AMRA for a year. Not that they were going to go gold digging, just the fact that they wanted to make the donation towards the cause that I was, for myself.
Right.
So what was really great is because, I always talk about it, being a member, and you can always be a member. And what I like about it's always $200 tax deductible. But I went lifetime status as of yesterday.
Ooh, Mr. Lifetime.
Yeah. I've been kind of keeping up with Shannon and his videos and stuff like that on what's going on in Idaho and what he's talking about in his posts. We see a lot of stuff on social media and stuff from him as well, and he's been keeping everybody up to date really good.
Right.
And it just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of striking a little nerve in me, kind of, sort of. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've always been against what's going on up there, but the stuff that they're doing right now, you're blatantly seeing it, like right in front of your eyes. And it's like if they can't do one thing, they're going to do another. If they can't do that, well, they're going to try to find it. So, they're going down the list, like, how can we do it? And it's just, to me, it's getting old. And I always thought it was illegal to actually stop a mining operation with no charges or, anything. If they're not allowed to shut you down, they shouldn't have been able to stop your mining operation, even to talk to you. Right. I thought there was a rule or something about that. Now, I'm not really clear on it, But that might be a bigger mining operation, like if the police show up and they stop you, and then whoever made a call about what you're doing, if it wasn't legitimate, they'll get arrested or they'll get fined because they actually stopped a mining operation. So I don't know if it fits the same way with like the government officials and stuff like that they've talked to. And every time you do it, everybody comes out of the water.
Right.
So you're more or less, you're not stopping a mining operation, you're stopping mining operations at that point.
Sure.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the real boundaries in that stuff like that. But I always wanted to go to Idaho, and I still want to go up there and dig gold. And I hate to hear, that these guys are going through this mess, because it makes me leery now of me even trying to pack up a dredge and going up there. I mean, that's why I got that 6-inch dredge is because I'm a miner, and now I'm thinking, man, where am I going to take it now? I mean, I could still probably pull it here. Down on some private property, mining claims, and probably get away with it. But as the most part, you need a big river.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, Shad and I are lifetime members as well, and we don't even live out there. But that stuff can travel east. If you let it get out of control, it will.
And they already have taken action to kind of help advise and do things on issues affecting the East Coast when they're able to. If the circumstances of what's going on is possible, to kind of come to the defense of people out here, since we don't have official mining claims. We have just leases and private property. So it's a lot harder because we don't have that old mining law protecting us out here. But AMRA is willing to help anybody that needs help to ensure that they protect the rights of all of us mining.
Yeah, I think in the East Coast, if it's more about the landowner, if you own the land, pretty much they've got the right to tell you.
There's been issues, just the way some laws have written, especially down south. Lou in Alabama on the Tallapoosa River, for instance, is a good example. They have verbiage in one of their laws that basically it's supposed to cover just like artifacts. I mean, you're talking areas from the Civil War, the Revolutionary War and stuff. But the way stuff's written prevents people from going out in those rivers to dredge and find gold. So there's stuff like that AMRA's kind of helped give some advice on of what people should do to kind of work with the government and get some of that stuff changed. So
yeah, I'm just like I said, Shannon, the way he does things and the way he stands behind it, adamant about it, is what actually got me in there. And plus, Jimbo too. I met all those guys at one shot at the gold show. I don't know how many years ago. But I just, me and Jimbo's went out a couple times. We've seen Shannon a couple times, and I've listened to him, and I know he believes in what he's actually doing and talking about. So, and like he said, it's tax deductible, so why not just take it off your taxes as a donation? I mean, that's just that's saving me money in the long run, and giving me a nice membership to AMRA itself. And like I said, you don't have to. I'm not telling everybody to go, oh my gosh, go to Lifetime. But hey, anything you guys can throw towards their way, and anything, $200 donation to get to be a member. If you guys want to come out east one time or west one time, boom, do it. You got places to go, and they all got gold. So, but I'm just, like I said, it took me a couple years to actually swallow the pill and become a Lifetime member, so to speak.
Congratulations.
So. Yeah, but you know what? I'm there now, and I'm glad to be on board with Shannon and the crew. And yeah, I'll do what I can do. And I still like going. I've been to one of their outings in California, and actually two. I went to Barstow too. The one where they were closing down the road for the turtle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. I've never seen them get bigger than a turtle out here, but. I know there's probably some bigger ones, but they're not that big. But anyway, yeah, they're pretty good outings, and you always have a great time, and they're fun. And hey, you still find gold. So think about it.
Thing. Oh heck yeah, Congratulations, Scott. Way to go, brother.
I know it made me feel good. It makes me feel better because I've waited so long to do it, and now I'm actually on board. And I'm like, I should have did it, probably at the first when I joined, because like I said, we were at the gold show, and I said, well, yeah, I want to be a member, went ahead and put my $200 down. And I was like, well, heck, we just take off taxes, which we did. But if I would have thought about a lifetime membership at that point, I probably would have started it then. So, I mean, as soon as you can, the better it is. I mean, come on board, make the donations. You guys gotta stick together.
Yep. So what are you talking about tonight, Scott, in your segment in the gold?
Oh my goodness! I've got a little article I'd like to read. It's called "Gold Dust in Arizona's Washes: How and Where to Find Gold in the Desert." And I thought it was a cool article, and I'm like, hey, this is going to be a different one. So I thought it would work.
Cool. Well, we look forward to hearing that. So what we're going to do, I want to thank you for being here tonight.
Hey, always.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be back with Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
All right, everybody, we're back, and it's time for Kathleen Biffle Dredging Up the News.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
Hello, everyone. August 1st, 2018. I got like 2 intros there.
Yeah, you did. It was a double intro night.
All right. Well, it's great to be here, everyone. You heard us talking just a bit ago about the AMRA thing, and I just wanted to also point out something that was posted out there as well. They say, this is what's going on, and I guess they have stopped mining as of today. And there's a story out there that explains why in depth, but also the main point of the story as well was to still be respectful when you're posting comments and things like that. It's a fight that will happen in legally, and don't make it personal.
Right.
So
Good.
Wanted to just put that out there.
Good point, Kathleen.
All right, so I'll start off only one story stateside, but it's really kind of interesting. So I just thought I would just elaborate on that a little bit. This is actually a follow-up to a story that I did about a month ago about that ghost town that was for sale.
Right.
Ooh, you like those?
Yeah, I remember it.
Cerro Gordo. It's located in the Inyo Mountains of California near Death Valley. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Brent Underwood and his friend, John Byer, they became the latest owners of Cerro Gordo. I guess that translates to Fat Hill, by the way. Well, they bought it, and they're going to invest like $1.4 million to restore it. And what they're trying to do is preserve the past. They're hoping to attract visitors. The real estate agent said, they received a lot of inquiries after that sale was announced. Mm-hmm. The 12 of the offers were serious, and remember the original asking price was $925,000.
Right.
So the previous owners of this ghost town, they want to remain anonymous, but they are brothers who did inherit the town from their family, and their dream was to always preserve it, but they just never did. So that was another thing in picking Mr. Underwood as the buyer, and they liked his vision, and guess what? They closed the sale on Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow. That's strange.
Buying a ghost town on Friday the 13th.
Now that.
But it's still pretty cool that they actually got to handpick the buyer that they believed that were going to do the same thing that they actually wanted to accomplish themselves. That's cool.
That is, because, you don't want an investor getting it and just tearing it down.
Yeah, mowing it over with a bulldozer. There it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, the town is located 200 miles north of Los Angeles. It's 300 acres.
Wow.
It's known for its part in the Wild West history. They used to average about a murder a week during the 1870s. Man. So this was the height of, the gold mining era.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kathleen, did it ever say that there was a post office there?
Let me see. The property includes houses, an 8-bed bunkhouse, a church, a small theater, a general store, and a museum. Didn't say anything about a post office.
Dang it.
Why?
Well, there used to be a thing like if there was a post office there, it's actually considered a town. The post office can actually reopen.
Mm-hmm. Reopen the town.
And it's and it's considered
maybe there was, but they didn't point it out, maybe. So I don't know. You can always look. There was a ton of stories out there for it.
No, I thought that was a truism. I'm not for sure. Don't quote me, but I think that was how it used to be back in the old days. If there was
probably
a post office there that they had considered that if somebody just rebuilt the town, it would still be considered a town because the post office would still be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though it was closed, you don't mess with the U.S. Postal Service.
Right.
Well, in Ohio, there's this place called Bubba's Corner that we pass, and it's a gas station / grocery store / post office. So,
oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, he's all in one.
Wow. Anyway, a little bit more about the story. We get back on track. Brent Underwood, who bought it, he's only 31 years old. Jeez. Yeah, he had heard about the sale. And this guy is actually a founder of a hostel, HK Austin, which is a hostel. It's kind of like a hotel, but not.
Right.
In Austin, Texas. So, his passion is hospitality, and he loves history. So he saw this as a great way to combine the both.
Well, now, sure. is that the singer, right?
No, Brent Underwood.
I know there's a Carrie.
You're thinking of Carrie.
Oh yeah, no. This is just a guy.
Okay,
just a guy, Scott.
It was just the name sounded familiar for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, the history of this town. It was in 1865. A man named Pablo Flores. He discovered silver at the site, and he began mining operations there. And by 1869, the town became the largest producer of silver and lead in the state. So it was revived again. So I don't know if that means yes to your question, Scott, but They did revive it again in the 1900s when they found high grade zinc in the area. But then by 1920 that fizzled out too. So
now you think with those people there would have to be a post office?
Yeah, if it keeps coming back, yeah. But by the 1950s, the town was abandoned, and That's how, this family got it. There is one guy that lives there in town. He's a caretaker. The population of one. His name is Mr. Desmarios. Anyway, he is the caretaker. He will stay there, they said, while they're restoring it. And then, there's all kinds of plans to, really spiff up the hotel and all that other stuff. So, good location. The best thing in the town, though, they say, is the saloon. It's got the wood stove and all the antique bottles. And actually, there's a mysterious blood stain on the wall beneath 3 bullets. So, Mr. Underwood's goal is to try to find out more of that story.
Oh, cool!
Wow,
isn't that neat?
Yeah, it is.
Could you imagine being one person living in that town for I don't know how long he's been there, but wow,
that's cool. Pretty neat.
I just have to say, I'd go nuts.
That'd be neat.
It would be.
All right, so global news. Welsh police are investigating the potentially harmful effects of gold panners in the Afon Wen River in Gwynedd. Panners have prospected Welsh gold for centuries, and people still, go out there and just pan. Mm-hmm. But in May, the North Wales police launched an investigation into these activities of these suspected gold panners. Oh, they are supported by a government body called the Natural Resources of Wales, the NRW, which they are saying that, the area is, I don't know, it's, I guess the flora and fauna that is there makes it kind of like an area of special scientific interest. So I don't know what that means. But anyway, that's going on in over across the pond.
Right. Strange.
In Australia, 2 rock falls within 12 hours last May at the Kalgoorlie Super Pit. This is east of Perth. Basically, they're saying that this is going to put a dent in both owners' 2018 gold. So the mine is a 50-50 joint venture of Toronto's Barrick Gold and Denver's Newmont Mining Corporation. So the rock falls took out part of the haulage road, making a portion of the mine just inaccessible. Mm-hmm. Now the partners will have to adjust their guidance for 2018 and 2019. The mining rate at Kalgoorlie will be lower than planned. So that's going on there.
Okay. I wonder if that affects gold prices.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Australia, yeah.
I mean, it all depends on how much gold we get.
Well, the super pit, I guess, produces about 800,000 ounces each year. So
that's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little. All right. So with that, I'll turn it over to Shad with local events of interest.
All right.
All right, everyone. Get ready. It's the fun part of the night.
My stories are fun.
All right. So for your local events of interest, we're going to start out with the Symposium, Minerals of the Metallic Ore Deposits of the American Southwest.
Ooh.
That's what it's called, too.
That's really the name of it?
I'm not making that up.
I wonder if they made a banner.
Yeah, I know.
It's a symposium.
But it is coming this weekend on August 4th and 5th. That's Saturday and Sunday. The symposium costs $40.
Symposium.
I did say it. $20 for registered students, and it includes 1.5 days of talks, plus at least one field trip. Ooh. There's an optional buffet banquet on Saturday evening. $50 per person.
Holy moly!
What kind of buffet is it?
Table Mountain Inn in Golden, Colorado. Holy cow!
Wow.
But just to give you a little inkling of what all's included now.
In a symposium.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously there's tons of guests, but there will be a verbal auction during dessert at the banquet of a select few mineral specimens from the Colorado School of Mines Geology Museum. So that could be pretty cool.
That could be, yes.
It sounded neat.
That could be cool, because who knows what they'll pull out.
Right.
But all proceeds from the auction go to Colorado School of Mines Geology Museum.
That's awesome.
Bidders do not need to have eaten at the banquet. Just show up and bid.
Well, heck.
But if you do go to the symposium, talks will include frontier mining methods by Ed Raines, secondary minerals of ore deposits in Utah, presented by Brett Thorne, and there's actually a ton of other speakers on various topics, which actually really interesting, where you can learn a lot about geology and understanding a lot more than just finding gold and minerals. So, but as we said before, there's options for field trips. You could do option number 1. It's at the Phoenix Gold Mine. Take the Tommyknocker tour. It's $10 per person, cash only,
cool.
with optional free gold panning for symposium attendees. And this is located in Idaho Springs, Colorado, where that old mine is. And then the second tour you could take is at the Heidi Gold Mine in Central City Parkway, Colorado. Tickets here are $23.95. Cash or charge is accepted. Wow.
Interesting.
I know.
That's a big event.
Better have some deep pockets when you go there.
That's a big event. Yeah, a lot of things going on there.
What a buffet.
It must be because it's a symposium.
Really
yeah.
It does sound cool.
It does.
I mean, the amount of knowledge and information you could get from going to that would be, priceless, really.
Oh, definitely.
If you stayed awake and didn't fall asleep. But moving on, August 11th in Montpelier, Idaho. And Kathleen's laughing because when we were in Vermont and we passed that town and saw the signs everywhere, I said, "What is that, multiplier?"
No, he kept calling it multiplier the whole weekend.
And what's it called again? What's the
I'm not French.
It's called
My bad.
Montpelier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiplier.
But this one, get ready. This sounds
You talking
awesome.
about Mount Pillier?
No, multiplier.
Oh my God.
Keep up, Scott.
All right.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one, if you're in Idaho, you would want to try to go to this because it's relive the Butch Cassidy's Montpelier Bank heist reenactment in the 1890s. Butch Cassidy, Elza Lay, and Bob Meeks robbed the bank in August 13th of 1896. To celebrate this robbery, there will be a barbecue cook-off, farmer's market, a kid zone, and drawing for prizes. That sounds cool. They celebrate a bank heist.
Yeah.
This will be held at the Butch Cassidy Museum at 833 Washington Street, Montpelier, Idaho, 83254.
Pretty cool.
The museum is pretty cool in itself. They managed to save and restore the last standing bank in the world, which was robbed by Butch Cassidy and his gang.
Wow.
This place is called the Bank of Montpelier. So
That'd be cool.
yeah, all together, too, when they robbed this, here's a little fun fact Kathleen wanted to throw in. This is August 13th, 1896. At the age of just 30 years old, Butch Cassidy, with 2 other outlaws, robbed the bank, escaping with $5,000 to $15,000 in gold, silver, and currency.
Wow.
So, and of course, you can learn a lot more about that bank heist at their little museum there, and that's the Butch Cassidy Museum.
That's right.
Man, can you imagine $15,000 back then? Holy moly!
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's when they still ask for a penny.
yeah. When a penny's worth quite a bit back then.
Oh yeah.
All right. But last thing, want to give you a reminder for August 18th through the 19th in Sonora, California, hosted by the Delta Gold Diggers and GPAA at the Motherlode Fairgrounds. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free gold to the first 100 each day. Admissions is just $7. Children 12 and under are free. And they'll give $1 off for veterans or for if you have the 2018 Golden Outdoor Festival card. Activities will include prospecting seminars, pan for real gold, hands-on and live equipment demos, metal detecting, and vendors galore. It's fun for all ages. Bucket mucking, gold pan toss, gold panning contest, and detecting for kids. So check it out if you're in the area.
Detecting for kids.
I still don't know how you find them.
There are kids out there still.
Yeah.
We haven't found the last two.
I kept that in there. He read that last week, and I kept it was in there, and it was funny. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it in and see if he remembers. No, he just read it.
Hey, I did correct this because you had the 1990s, and I know Butch Cassidy was in the late 1800s.
Oh, that was a typo.
I saved myself there.
Good
Embarrassment because of you.
You know what's funny is you said a gold pan toss.
Yep, gold pan toss.
That'd be cool.
Like, do you toss the gold pans?
Well, you can almost fly them like a frisbee, but not quite.
Well, is that what it is, or is it like
to see how far you
beer
throw
pong,
it?
and you got to throw it like into like rings or something, or a tub?
I don't know.
Do they fill the gold pans with beer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
like
probably,
beer
so
pong?
that way you can detect for kids later on.
That's right.
But I wonder if it is like that.
It sounds
I wonder if it is how far you could throw a gold pan, though. It sounds like it, but I'm not sure.
Could be.
Well, somebody's going to have to go to the outing and tell us what it is.
Yes. Are you really detecting for kids? What is the gold pan toss? Is it throwing for distance or into a tub or something?
Is it, or accuracy?
We need to know.
Yeah, we want
That's
to know.
right.
And how do you detect for kids?
Exactly.
Those two things.
Do they have a metal hat on?
Right.
Metal hat.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
You gotta give them a metal necklace.
Something.
Well, there you go. That's your local events of interest. Back to you, Kathleen.
All right. Sorry, I'm taking a drink of water.
Okay.
That wasn't quick enough.
Good.
Fun facts. That brings us to our fun facts.
Fun facts.
So last August I did, I was doing this birthstone thing, and
Right.
Peridot is the birthstone for August, and some of the cool things about that gemstone is it's known to aid in hurt feelings and bruised ego. It incurs strength and physical vitality, and it does all kinds of things. If you're married, it's the anniversary gemstone for the 16th year of marriage. So there's something you can remember. If you wear Peridot, you will have success, peace, good luck, and most importantly, it helps with your dreams to become true.
There you go.
And all that's with a peridot.
That's the Peridot.
That's what the
For
parrot.
August.
It's funny because the way that started, and then all of a sudden you go, and that's the 16th anniversary of a wedding. You're like, oh, great.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Anyway, the lure of jewels has always inspired so many funny stories or even movies, about great heists. And throughout history, it's actually been the object of the most often coveted, frequently stolen item.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, I'm just going to go over a couple, or maybe 3 or 4, depending on how much time we got, but of some of the strangest gem heists. And these are actually true stories.
Okay.
Stories.
Stories.
Let's start with the crown jewels.
Right.
They're held up in a fortress-like tower in London, so they have a ton of guards. Well, in 1671, an Irishman named Thomas Blood decided that he was up to the challenge. He engaged in an elaborate plan. It was really ridiculous. His plan involved costumes, fake titles, whole fake daily routines, a whole fake life, and a fake family. Oh, and a fake wife who was actually a prostitute.
Okay.
Anyway, they concocted this scheme and convinced Talbot Edwards, he was like the keeper of the jewels.
Uh-huh.
Basically, they said, hey, our fake nephew would definitely marry his homely spinster daughter if they could take a tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess, he wanted his daughter to be married, so he let them in. And while they were there, they, knocked him out, killed the guy, killed
geez.
the guard. And Thomas Blood and his gang, they stole all the jewels, but how they did it was they smashed them all up, and they used mallets to crush all the jewels, and they even flattened the crown itself, and they sawed a scepter in half. They wanted to make it portable enough so that they can shove everything down their pants.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, yeah. Their bright idea was they're just going to walk out of there, right? Mm-hmm. But they got caught, believe it or not.
Yeah, that must be a big scepter.
I know, but... Oh, wait, there's more to this funny little tale.
He didn't walk in with a limp.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas Blood was arrested, and the smashed crown jewels were recovered. But oddly enough, he wasn't executed for his crime. In fact, in the end, he didn't even walk away empty-handed. King Charles II heard about the caper and just thought it was so amusing that he gifted Blood is his last name. He gifted Blood his own genuine title and estate in Ireland.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of... Yeah.
That's awesome.
How
Look
does
at
that
crime does pay?
How does that work?
Don't know on that one. Jeez.
Okay, it brings me to my next little story. You want to hear it?
Yes.
All right. In 1913, a British jeweler named Max Mayer, he was the lucky owner of an exquisite, ultra-rare strand of priceless matching pink pearls. Ooh. But it was also known as the Mona Lisa of pearls, I guess. Well, the theft of the famous pink pearl necklace took place that summer in London. A man named Joseph Grizzard stole the necklace from inside of a sealed box. I don't know. This was kind of weird. A box identical to thousands of others, and buried in one of hundreds of identical bags of mail. Not only did he find it and snag it without getting caught, he managed to steal the necklace from within the sealed box, and then replace the contents with 11 French sugar cubes wrapped in newspaper. I don't know why.
Why?
Well, this guy was, I guess he was known as he liked magic tricks and things like that. So he was sleight with the hand, and he wasn't even poor. He didn't even need the money. He just was a very rich man who was bored, and just wanted to see if he could do it. And he did. It was a magic trick. Isn't that funny?
I'm sorry, were we supposed to laugh?
Abracadabra.
I was just listening. God,
It
okay.
didn't come up on the teleprompter and laugh hysterically.
I didn't see it on mine either, Shad. Sorry. Dang it. Sorry, Kathleen.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh, mercy.
I'll do a couple more. There's a lot
Go
more,
for
but
it.
I don't want to take all the time.
Go for it.
But this one happened in Thailand in 1989.
Oh, recent.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, not too recent or not too old.
Not too old.
89.
It's late for Ohioans. Anyway, in 1989, a Thai gardener named, and I'm not going to pronounce his name because Thais have really, really long names,
Okay.
and I can't pronounce it.
Call him Bob.
We'll just say he's a gardener.
Okay.
Anyway, what he did just caused a chain of events of an international incident, evidently. And I don't even remember hearing about this, but I probably wasn't interested back then.
Probably.
Anyway, he stole a ton of jewels from the palace of a Saudi prince.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one day, while working at the palace, he was actually the caretaker of the place. He slipped into Prince Faisal's room, where he helped himself to 200 pounds of jewelry, including a 50-carat gemstone known simply as the Blue Diamond.
Oh.
Well, not only was the Blue Diamond the prized possession of Prince, it was one of the largest in the world bigger than the Hope Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
How did this guy think he was going to run away?
And how he did this, he stuffed the jewels, including, I guess there were rubies the size of chicken eggs, into his vacuum cleaner bag because he was like cleaning.
Right.
He carried the 200-pound bag out, but and I guess nobody detected him.
I'll be darned.
Wow.
Yeah. He did make it out of the palace, and he went to Bangkok, where he tried to sell the jewels.
Uh-huh.
And this is where the story gets really kind of odd, as if that wasn't odd enough.
Right.
The prince's stolen jewels started to just appear on the elite people of Bangkok. So these rich people were attending parties with the actual jewels on them, and they didn't even reset it. They didn't even, do anything to change the appearance of these jewels. Right. They just wore them. Well, obviously, the Saudis noticed.
Yeah, I got 4 chicken eggs around my neck.
I know. What do you do with the ruby the size of a chicken egg, Do you just hold it around in your hand and throw it up and down a little bit? Hey, check out my ruby. Tie a
string around and put it around your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Anyway, the Saudis demanded the jewels back, but they didn't get any response. And then they ended up, they sent an enforcer to get it done, to put it nicely. But there was a mysterious kidnap, a murder of his wife, and son of a Thai jeweler. All these people were murdered. And I guess the Thai police finally recovered it. In fact, people were so terrified of what was going to happen to them that they anonymously left whole sacks full of stolen treasures on the front steps of the police station. And actually some of them were driving by and throwing the stuff back out of the cars because they didn't want to be traced back to the stolen jewels because of what happened with the enforcer.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
That's what they call a cleanup man.
Yeah, the Saudi royal family, they evidently got their stuff back, but they didn't get Blue Diamond. It was never seen again.
Oh, really?
Ooh. Had a buyer for that one.
Dang.
Yeah, to this day, Thailand and the Saudi Arabia, they're just not on friendly terms.
Because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned. Wow.
Crazy. I was born in Thailand.
Right, see? That is interesting.
And that's dredging up the news. Sorry.
Awesome. Very cool. I enjoyed it. I wonder where that stone is today.
I don't know. There's a lot more heists out there. There was like a total of 9. I didn't, but there's really funny ones. Those are just, actually, these were the funniest ones, but there's some interesting ones out there. So check it out.
Well, you have to use them.
You know what, Tim? I don't think somebody's wearing it around their neck.
No, me neither. It's in a box somewhere, and they don't even know what they got, probably.
Oh, I'm sure they know exactly what they got.
And they're probably too afraid to cash it in.
Oh, yeah, because this was just
probably
98.
been dealt with.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but you know what? Things like that can be passed around through private collectors for years before anybody knows where it's
I mean, look at the Hope Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Bounced around so much.
You know that's where it is. Some private collector has it in a box, in a vault.
And it'll be cursed.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, guaranteed. Wow, interesting though. Very cool, Kathleen. Thank you. Loved it, as always. Loved some dredging up the news. So on that note, wow, that's a tough act to follow, Scott. But we're doing it anyway.
I didn't say mine.
Now it is time for In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Toney. Join Scott each week as he shares useful information to help you find and recover more gold. Here's Swiftwater.
Oh, I guess this is my part, right? All right, yeah. Anyway,
that was your cue.
It's my cue. Anyway, number one, I want to thank for everybody that come in tonight for listening, and everybody that comes in on all the other stations that were crossed as well. I know I talk a lot, tell people where to come hear us, and I do a little advertising on my Facebook and stuff like that. So if anybody come off there is listening tonight, man, I want to thank you for joining in for sure. And tonight, I got a little thing I wanted to read. I just thought it was an interesting article. And it's kind of, I mean, it's really to the point, I guess, of Arizona. And it's gold dust in Arizona's washes. and it's how and where to find gold in the desert, which, I've always tried to teach everybody on most of my videos. I'm in the desert a lot, unfortunately. I don't get a chance to be dredging in a creek with a lot of shade trees on it like Kathleen and Shad. So.
Oh.
But they
whatever. I cut my hands.
That's right.
Oh yeah. but they've got a taste out here in the desert, so they know exactly what I'm talking about. But, it's
a different world.
Oh man, it is. But yeah, this is a kind of, like I said, a little article I just want to read. And I borrowed some spectacles tonight from the old lady so I could do it. And it kind of magnifies it a little bit, but that's okay. It says, anyway, let's get started. A short history lesson, please. Excuse me. 1 million years ago, rocks melted, the earth cracked, and gold nuggets formed. End of class. Now, that's a funny joke. But if you don't get it, just, text me later or email me later, write me, and I'll explain it to you. Anyway.
Thanks for that.
1 million layers. The nuggets are hard to find, but weekend prospectors search the desert. And there's going to be some chopped up words. I can just guarantee you in this one because I've already pre-read it. I know there's at least 5.
Wait.
That.
Okay. What?
I think they're called. It says the desert wadis, which is washes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gold is not going to go too far from its source unless there's been a lot of time and a lot of water washing it downhill. It says, and this is one name that I should know, and it's probably going to kill me if I miss it. David Steimel. It's the chapter president of the Gold Prospectors Association at the time. David Steimel. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Anyway, standing recently in the wadi at the foot of Arizona's Santa Rita Mountains, he said, floodwaters thousands of years ago washed nuggets down the mountain through those ororos and deposits the gold flakes we're looking for today. Prospectors who have worked these gullies know they don't produce a lot of sizable chunks, but they do give up a bunch of gold dust, which, you know what, I've always told people in all my videos and everything like that, it's always nice to find the chunky gold. It's always great. But that fine gold adds up really, really fast. So I think the best money is in the fine gold. I mean, personally.
Right.
But everybody, everybody likes to find the chunky stuff.
Of course. We want the chunkies, but
that's what I'm thinking.
It's in the fines. I'm with you.
Yeah. Anyway, it says he walks the wadis, poking and prodding in the dry creek beds as well as mountain auroras and the mineral-rich sand, looking for gold still hiding in the placer beds. Placer deposits occasionally run for miles along a stream. He says some spots get scratched and discovered, while other spots still are undetected after all these years. Mm-hmm. It says, in fact, a large percent of the world's gold deposits are still undiscovered, which I think I don't know the recent thing, but I want to say 25% of the world's gold's been found, if I think I'm right. I should have looked that one up, but I think 25%. Okay. I'm going to go with that.
All right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Fine, it's your story.
Anyway, it says, despite man's efforts to locate pockets, the precious metals, streams and the tributaries that flow across gold-bearing areas are likely to carry traces of the precious metal, says Diane Bain of the Arizona Department of Mines and Mineral Resources. And like I said, I don't know quite what year this is, but so don't quote me on the names, but this is the article that I'm reading. Mm-hmm. It says, where gold has been found in the past is the best place to seek it today. Which, once again, that is another thing that's probably been taught to people that are listeners right now. If gold's been found there, and it's been found there a lot, it's still there. You're not going to find maybe, like on Rich Hill, you're not going to be picking up potato-sized nuggets, but there's gold still there. Right. So where there's gold been, and go there again, because there's still going to be gold there.
Got it.
Some of it's been discovered, some of it hasn't.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why we look for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, gold was first reported 125 years ago near 25 years ago, near where, and what's his name? Steimel. Oh, goodness. Hang on a second. I'll come back here. I'm just going to say David.
Okay.
Okay, where David stood.
That'll work.
In that proved the largest and the richer placer deposit in the southeastern corner of the state. In fact, Arizona's placer mining industry had its official beginning with the discovery of gold along with flanks of nearby Wayajota Mountains. Quijota, it starts with a Q. I already killed it, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, from 1875 to 1880, several hundred miners and their companion burros worked in this area from the 9,400 foot old Baldy Peak to lower elevation claims. Their efforts produced about $15,000 in gold each year. The hardest working miners each took out about 1 ounce of gold per day. At that time, it was valued at $17. Wow.
Big money, big money.
Man, could you I don't know, man. $17 for an ounce. But even if you go back to that time, man, I know how long it takes you to dig an ounce. So $17 might have been maybe equivalent to maybe 2,000? Maybe 1,000?
Maybe. $17. I don't know.
I mean, stuff was like a nickel and dime and nickel, and it could have been, I guess. I don't know. Interesting, though.
Yep. Continue.
I still don't think they got enough, but anyhow. Once the richer gravels has been worked over, commercial mining ended, but weekend prospectors began to appear, seeking what their early counterparts have missed. Since placer gold is still found in almost all southwestern deserts, according to former Bureau of Mines Engineering George Fansett. Moving water has been the most potent factor in the formation of placer deposits, he says. The usual practice to seek the gold by panning along the water's courses, stream beds and sandbars, gulches, and auroras. And I am not sure. I want to say those are sandbanks, but it says sandbars and auroras. I do not know what the auroras is. Arroyos. Oh. I do not. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I don't know what that is. I've never heard that word.
Auroras.
Yeah. It says all areas that look through the slowing or look as through a slowing down or slacking in the water current occur in the worthy of closer examination, since gold, being heavier than most materials, tends to settle and sink to the bedrock. Depressions may hold rich pockets of gold, while bedrock that is fissured and shattered, acting as riffles, also holds good potential. The potential is reflected in the names of some mining claims: Great Hope, maybe not, sorry, wishful thinking, One More Time, Easy to Get, Try Your Luck, Blood Blister, and Big Bruiser. So some good and I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance to go out around here and actually read some names on gold claims, you'll laugh. You would not expect some of the stuff that you actually see. There's some good ones. It's like a racehorse.
Right. That's what it sounds like.
Anyways, I know, right? It says, many men have attempted to make a living rework an old placer ground, says Fansett. In the ground has not been, or it says, if the ground has not been worked over many times and the bottom of the wash not carefully searched, a painstaking clearing and crevice and potholes may yield lucrative results. So that's pretty much what I'd call crevicing, I think, in my book.
Might be.
All right. So it says lucrative is an ill-defined word here at GPAA. Member Judy Miller has searched for gold in these stream beds using both dry and wet wash methods. I've been doing this for about 4 years, she says, and I've had success, but based on what I take home after each trip, I'm not yet ready to retire. Further Further downstream from where Miss Miller digs, sifts, and pans, fellow club member Mike Rebholz, I guess, like I said, this is an older article probably. Anyway, chews on an unlit cigar as he swishes water from his green plastic pan. I'll tell you what, he says with a grin. It's not the mother lode, but for this spot, it ain't bad. There's color in the pan, and if we could do every pan full by the end of the day, it would be worthwhile. So evidently they were finding good gold, and hey, it would add up at the end of the day.
Sure.
Actual panning. And it's hard, folks, I'm telling you, it's hard to get a little bit of gold, like really seriously build up panning, unless you're in a spot that you've actually did your testing and you know that there's good color, like 20, 30 colors a pan, or maybe some pickers and stuff like that. So always do the homework, man. Always do the homework.
Yeah, agree.
I just lost my place here. It says if we could do that. Okay, here we go. We'd have a pile big enough to see without a magnifying glass, and it's fun though. It's the main thing. Fun and a few flakes are what it's all about to most participants. It said a lot of us take a pick and a pan along on every outdoor jaunt. Says David, I have no get rich quick fantasies. There are days where some flakes show up, and others when the pans keep coming empty. Which, yeah, that's typical. It's the chase, the most exciting, knowing that the next shovel load or unturned rock could produce flakes or even a small nugget. Not that finding something doesn't make your heart beat faster, but I enjoy the hunt as much as the discovery itself. Says you're not going to get rich mining, says New Mexico geologist Dave Sailors. He uses gold panning as an excuse to be outdoors, kind of like going fishing without baiting your hook. And he's not too concerned about bringing home gold dust as long as the activity itself offers fresh air and sunshine. He says, I make more money some weekends at swap meets, buying bargains and reselling stuff. But he says, chuckling, but I do enjoy the exercise, camaraderie, and the search for buried treasure, which, you know what, for most people out there, if you're not a serious mind like me, like you don't try to live off of it, that's pretty much what you're looking for is, you want to go out and you want to find like-minded people and, man, pick their brains and try to get the information that they know and give them the information that you know, and together, you guys could figure out maybe a different way that neither one of you are thinking. Right. So I always think that's kind of vital too. Mm-hmm. So, and anyway, he says he found in the Pinos Altos Mountains of New Mexico, he said he found a truck of pyrite metal with a rice-sized piece of gold inside of it. He said it made my heart beat faster, and then I got the gold bug really bad, which I would have too. I mean, a rice-sized piece of gold is still a good picker. He said he remembers that when that was the 7 years and a lot of unsuccessful trips ago. Sailors, now club president of 250 member Desert Gold Diggers, which is quick to caution. He says you do not get rich. You learn real fast why gold is worth so much because it is so hard to find and it's so hard to recover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't that the truth, guys? Mm-hmm. You got to examine a lot of sand before you are successful. Said weekend gold seekers need to understand that experience is the best teacher, and that's why I say, folks, do your homework, do it. It takes practice in the field to gather that experience. Some folks go out and buy a bunch of equipment like metal detectors, thinking I'm going to get rich this weekend. Sailor says. He says 2 years later, they've used the equipment twice and it's for sale. Sort of like exercise machines bought with good intentions that end up as expensive clothes hangers. That's pretty good. And then he goes on right here. Sailor likes placer mining because of its nickname, Poor Man's Mining, which implies that required supplies are minimal, and that's kind of why I like it the best too. Right now for what I do, I really enjoy it like that. But Says you don't need much in the way of capital investment or equipment. He says a basic panning kit should include a inexpensive 14-inch plastic pan, molded washboard, riffles, a small shovel, rock hammer, sturdy long bladed screwdriver. Of course, if you're going to be prying bedrock, you got to do that, and a pry bar, which you got to have that too. Whisk broom, tweezers, snuffer bottle. The snuffer is used to suction small flakes out of the pan, which obviously larger pieces we can pick up. I'm just saying. Just in case you get that big, that nice bedrock crack that we all want to see.
Yep, you're right.
Like two of them just pow, like hit your pan like you just dropped a lead bullet in. Just two of them. That's all I'm asking. So there is no complete or correct equipment list. There is no right way to conduct a hands-on search of the shiny metal, which in other words, you just got to do your checklist, and trust me, you'll always get out there and find that you left something behind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate it. If you're lucky enough to live in an area where the elements provide standing or slowing movement in water, he says you've just eliminated the need to bring your own. If not, the option is to carry water to the dig site, keeping in mind that 1 gallon weighs 8 pounds, and some of the liquid needs to be safe for drinking. That means, like, if you're out here in the desert, don't think you're going to carry 4 buckets in there, recirculate all day, and then try to drink the same water neither, because it's not going to work.
Right.
Too much silt. He said, gather a handful of gravel and put it in your pan. Preferably a green, red, or blue pan reflects the giant and any elusive gold flakes. Pick out the larger pieces of rock and the dirt, pour the water in the pan, swishing it around, separate the gravel from the dirt, which that's kind of how I do it, because you got to save your water. You just put it in the pan and then get everything off the top, and then wash the silt and all the crap to the back without pouring the water out. Mm-hmm. Bounce the pan a couple times, and that's usually when my gold jumps up to the top. And hey, if I see it, then I just put it in a bucket. All right, go to the next stage. I never try to clean it all the way out. It says, tilt the pan slightly, 10 degrees angle, riffle down, allowing the heavier materials to settle to the bottom. Eyeball the action consistently, looking for black sands, red silicate garnets, or gold. When the elusive gold flash in the pan appears, notice the optimistic when not if. Use your sucker bottle or tweezers to remove the gold flake or nugget. Why painfully rare describes the chances of a lucrative strike occurring on the weekend outing. Medium rare often describes the sunburn new prospectors may acquire, wear a wide brim hat and plenty of sunscreen and drink lots of water. And trust me, just do the water thing for sure. It says keep an eye out for critters, 2-legged, 4-legged, 8-legged. He says don't matter. Tell somebody where you are and plan to be when you expect to return, and bring a friend. The buddy system is not just for swimming.
Very good.
That was a pretty funny article. Like I said, that's a pretty good article. I found when I read it, I was like, oh, that kind of covers the field a ways,
It was informative. Thank you, Scott. We got to move along, my friend. It's getting late here because we got a giveaway to do right now. Shad, Kathleen, you guys got that Wandering Buffaloes giveaway?
It's going to be the same rules like in the giveaways on Sundays. Okay. We're going to be picking a name from the chat room, the randomizer.
1 minute.
And how long do they have again?
1 minute
30 seconds.
1 minute 30 seconds to answer that they are here.
30. Mm-hmm. All right. The name is Desert Pirate.
Oh boy.
Desert Pirate. Desert Pirate, you get a bag of free dirt and stuff.
Dirt
with gold in it.
Free dirt with extra black sand.
Dirt and gold.
It's a special concoction.
It's a puppy.
I know, right?
No, you don't get the penny, Donald.
This is courtesy
Desert Pirate.
of
Donald, I
Wandering
found a
Buffalo.
civic self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll send it to the penny.
There you go.
Desert Pirate, where you at?
Where you at, Desert Pirate?
Desert Pirate, you're the winner.
Better type it in the chat room, Shad. Desert Pirate.
Yeah, stop playing your video game.
Desert Pirate. Running out of time.
Hey, I tell you, I can remember when I missed my name. This is funny. Da, 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 da.
30 seconds remain.
Oh man, I can see his name right there. He's just not answering.
5, 3.
Ron Shaw says bummer.
Oh no!
Time is up. Wah, wah.
Tick tock.
Then I guess we'll just pick the number 2 name on the randomizer.
Alrighty.
Are we ready? do you hear the randomizer working over there?
That was a good one.
Name number 2, Donald Knox.
No, he can't win. No. I forbid him.
Donald Knox.
Donald
Are you
Knox,
out there?
Are you here? 1 minute, 30 seconds.
I'm not even putting his name in the chat room either.
I will.
This is big.
What's the number 2 name?
And just for that, you don't get the 50.
He says whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever works.
That doesn't.
Congrats, Donald.
Count.
Congrats, Donald. Enjoy your dirt. Post some pictures
Now we need
of
your
it.
address.
Yeah, post some pictures of it.
Donald.
Send it to Shad.
And a big thank you to the Wandering Buffaloes for that giveaway tonight.
I
Very
love it.
cool.
He says whatever.
Yeah, very cool. Enjoy. We want to see some pictures of that, Donald, after you go through it. Have fun with that black sand.
This is Ohio fine gold, not Arizona
Right.
fine
I
gold.
don't know.
Different.
Just for. I kind of want to make a new bag up for Donald and just put a bunch of pennies in it now.
You should. Way to go. Congratulations,
Well,
Donald.
congrats, Donald.
Yes, congrats.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, and on that note, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for our West Coast Wednesdays. You know, I want to thank the co-host for being here. Don't forget to check out all the stuff we got going on all of our Facebook pages. Become a patron, become a crony. We got 3 spots left for the crony outing. So until Sunday, we're out of here, everybody. Good night.
Good night,
y'all.
everyone.
Good night, gold diggers.
Night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.